ka man ngayon, dinala ng pagkakataon, nag-iisang humarap sa hamon, at hindi uurong. Kahit nasa malayo ka, saan mang panig ng daigdig, tinig mo'y makakarating. Pakikinggan ang iyong hiling, ang Tinig Pinoy, karamay mo. Kahit saan dako ng mundo, isang mithiin, isang hangarin, marinig ang tinig natin. Ugali natin kinagisnan, mula nooy nagtutulungan. Pilipino ay nagkakaisa, sa ibang bansa ay magkakasama. Isigaw sa buong mundo, nang marinig ang tinig mo. Tinig natin ay pagsasamahin, tagumpay ay makakamit. Ang Tinig Pinoy, karamay mo. Kahit saan dako ng mundo, isang mithiin, isang hangarin, marinig ang tinig natin. Ugali nating kinagisnan, mula nooy nagtutulungan. Pilipino ay nagkakaisa, sa ibang bansa ay magkakasama.
This is Tinig Pinoy.
Tinig Pinoy, Tinig Pinoy.
Minsan pa po, isang magandang umaga, gabi, hapon, or whatever time you are enjoying right now. Sana po nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. Kanina po narinig ninyo at napanood ninyo si Kuya Dan, si Dina O'Brien at si Chairman sa bahaging isa sa part 1 ng TalakBayan. Ngayon pong parte na ito ng ating TalakBayan, isang karangalang makakasama ko po dito sa ating munting palatuntunan, ang isa sa mga iginagalang nating miyembro ng ating paboritong hymn singers. Wala pong iba kung hindi si Ate Pazzie. Magandang umaga sa iyo, Ate Pazzie.
Magandang umaga sa iyo, Kuya Dan, pati sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon at nakikinig sa atin. Sa ating magiging talakbayan ngayong umaga. Heavy duty ka kaninang umaga, Kuya Dan.
Medyo mabigat. Yeah. Oh, you have your morning juice.
Yes, I have my morning juice. We're going to talk about food today. A while
Yes,
ago,
we are.
heavy duty topic. We're gonna go to food today and something good stuff. Hopefully so.
So, samahan po nyo kami sa susunod na 60 minuto o isang oras dito sa TalakBayan, kung saan tatalakayin natin yung mga bagay na makapagpapaunlad sa ating kalusugan. Yan. At hindi lamang ng ating pangangatawan, kundi pati ng ating spiritual na kalusugan. Dahil sa bahaging ito po ng ating programa, bukod sa pag-share natin ng mga napakasarap at healthy recipes ni Ate Pazzie, ay i-share din po namin sa inyo ang ilang mga awiting pinerform. Nawalan akong bigla ng Tagalog ng pinerform ng ating kaibigang hymn singers para dulutan kayo ng pagkaing maayos, pagkaing malusog, at pagkain sa ating spiritual na mga awiting nagagandahan. Yan. So, Pazzie.
Yes, sir.
Ako, matagal na, simula nung makilala kita, ay naging tagahanga na ako ng iyong mga recipe, ng inyong pamamaraan ng pag-prepare ng food. Because other than being tasty or delicious, nakita ko na ito ay mabuti sa pangangatawan. Yan. So, tell us, paano ka namin nakumbinse na share your, your skills and your presence dito sa TalakBayan?
Kuya Dan, I don't know about skills, but I think what I have is experience and life experience. What I'm going to bring this morning, personal experience ko, and how I got here to this very moment. And thank you for the kind words you said that you could, you like my based on the picture, or you saw that you like my way of cooking. Anyway, that's the reason why we're here today. I call it, going back to basics with Ate Pasi, and we're going to talk about our how I my way in preparing food. And yeah, before I got here, it was a long time ago. Can I tell you a little story, Dan? Just a little
You
bit.
sure can. We're hoping you would share those stories with
Yeah,
us.
I just want to know sa mga viewers natin, I am no expert by and I'm not a doctor, any ang akin pong ang experience ko is just life experience. 17 years ago, my husband had a major heart attack and I thought we were eating healthy. And boy, did open my mind and the whole entire thing that no, we weren't eating healthy. So that was the start of my journey and trying to change our lifestyles to have a better life. So my husband will have a chance, and me will have a chance to have a longer life. And that's how it got me to healthy eating and try to keep moving as I get older. So and that's why we're here. And I call this going back to basic, and we're going to talk about that and the joy of cooking. My granddaughter
Right.
would say the joy of takeout.
The joy of taking.
The joy of
Yeah.
takeout. See, that's the problem. That's the problem in this, at this time, because there's so
That
many
is
out there,
right.
to choose from. A lot,
That's
so
right.
many shortcuts. So
Right. Yeah.
the preparing the way we used to be in the kitchen are long gone. We try to,
Yeah.
bring it back for better, healthy living for the future
Right.
coming
So
generation.
isa yan sa mga bagay na gusto nating makita, no. Yung kahit papaano ibalik natin yung pamamaraang ang pagkaing kinakain natin, ang pagkaing nilalagay natin sa ating mga katawan ay makatutulong upang manatili tayong malusog. Kasi po, especially sa kapanahon ng ito, nang magdeklara ng pandemya ang buong mundo, ang naging popular na paraan ng pagkain ng maraming tao ay yung pag-o-order online. Nandiyan dyan yung Uber Eats, nandiyan dyan yung Skip the
Oh,
Dishes, nandiyan dyan yung napakarami po nila.
there's so
And
many
it's
out
so,
there.
yeah, it's so easy, di ba, Pasi? All you need to do is to get your cell phone and then dial up their number,
By
or
the
at
click of
least,
your finger, and there you go.
right. Yeah, and here comes the food that they are offering you. It satiates your hunger. Napupunuan yung tiyan natin ng hangin or whatever yung kinakain natin na yung ba pagkain na yan ay nakatutulong upang manatili tayong malusog? Most likely hindi po. So meron pong paraan. Ang paraan na yan ay magbalik tayo sa dating pangungusina ng ating mga nanay, ng ating mga ate, ni Lola. Para na sa gano'n, yung pagkain kakainin natin ay makatutulong para humaba ng maayos yung buhay natin. Hindi yung nabuhay ka nga past 60, past 65, pero halos hindi ka na makagulapay dahil nandiyan dyan yung alta presyon, mataas ang blood pressure mo, nandiyan dyan yung diabetes, nandiyan dyan yung mataas ang kolesterol, nandiyan dyan yung marami. Yung mga, kasi ang Pilipino mahilig sa pagkain maalat, mahilig sa pagkain matamis, kaya kadalasan merong kidney issue, merong mga gallstones. It's very common. I have family members, and not just one or two, who are suffering from this malady. And to think, preventable po itong mga bagay na to. Kaya po minarapat ng Tinig Pinoy na kumbidahin, maging bahagi ng Talakbayan o ng Tinig Pinoy, si Ate Pasi para makatulong sa ating lahat upang kahit papaano maibalik natin yung pamamaraang makatutulong upang ang pagkain natin ay maging masarap, malinamnam, pero healthy. Yan. So, Ate Pasi, simulan natin. Yung umaga mo ay nagsisimula ka ng juicing, di ba? Yan.
Yes.
Pero bago yan, meron tayo munang i-share. Anong juice yan? It
This
looks
is
like,
we're gonna feature this today. This is the papaya,
oh yes,
orange, yeah,
papaya, carrots. Yeah,
carrots
orange.
juice. That's it.
There you go. Okay, so bago yan, I think sa plano natin, magpapatugtog muna tayo ng isa sa mga
Yes.
clips na isi-share natin ngayong umagang ito. So,
Oh, I'm
sandali
excited.
lamang po. Hahagilapin natin yung nasabing clip na yan kung saan ay mapapanood natin ang featured hymn singers. Right, sandali lamang po. Okay. Yan ang problema ko dito. Nag-iisa ako kaya hindi ako nakapag-switch kaagad. No, ha?
No rest
Yeah.
for the weary for Kuya Dan. Back-to-back
Mhm.
show, and then you're the producer, you're the technical guy,
Well,
everything.
only because we'd like to, to be helpful sa ating mga tagapakinig at taga-subaybay. So narito po, pakinggan at panoorin natin ang Salibis ng Nayon ni Ruth Ann, tama, si Ruth, si Ann, si Roland, at saka
Hindi, it's just one person, Ruth
one
Ann
person lang, si
Roland
Ruth Ann lang.
Kahis. Yeah.
Thank you.
Ang
Thank
dami
you for
pangalan ni
correcting
Ruth.
me. There you go. Ito po, panoorin natin.
Kahit na gabing madilim sa libis ng nayon, taginting nitong kudyapi ay isang himatong maligayang panahon sa lahat ng naruroon. Bawat puso'y tumutugon sa nilalayon. Puno ng kawayan ay naglangit-ngitan, lalo na kung hipan ng hangin amihan. Ang katahimikan, itong kaparangan, pinukaw na tunay nitong kasayahan. Kung ang hanap mo ay ligaya sa buhay, sa libis ng layon doon manirahan. Taga-bukid man ay ginto, kalauban, kayamanan at tangal ng kabukiran. Kung ang hanap mo ay ligaya sa buhay, sa libis ng layon doon manirahan. Taga-bukid man ay ginto, kalauban, kayamanan at tangal ng kabukiran. Puno ng kawayan ay naglangit-ngitan, lalo na kung hipan ng hangin amihan. Ang katahimikan nitong kaparangan, pinukaw na tunay nitong kasayahan. Kung ang hanap mo ay ligaya sa buhay, sa libis ng layon doon manirahan. Taga-bukid man ay ginto, kalauban, kayamanan at tangal ng kabukiran.
What a way to start the show. That
Let me
was
tell-
beautiful.
I-
It's so
I'm-
refreshing.
I'm laughing at here because I am seeing the comments down below. And
Right.
si Regina, may sangkay, sabi niya, I'm so guilty of takeout.
I
That's
know.
amazing.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this is what you're
Kuya Dan,
talking about.
the generation right now is going to say, what are you talking about? What is that libis ng nayon? Are you kidding me? I mean, are you telling me that I'm going to have to go back, magsaka ako? No, I mean, let me just give you a brief explanation of that. When I think of salibis ng nayon, just like sabi ni Kuya Dan, bumalik sa dating yung kapanahunan noon, how we prepare food. That's the way I'm
Right.
trying. When I think about food, the healthy life, or I think of Libis ng Nayon. It's a small town and everything, all
Right.
natural. You prepare your food from the ground and bring it to your table. That's the way it is. But in this generation, doesn't mean to say you go back, magsaka ka doon. No, I mean, just
of course.
common sense, try to
Right.
pick out your food and how you can prepare. Because this time you can still, pwede mo pa rin niyang i-apply. By, yun nga lang, it's still a work. You have to take time to really prepare your food. ang sa akin, ang sa akin, the joy of cooking of Ate Pazzie, know that it is the best deal if you cook it yourself. And
Right.
then, sa akin, lahat trabaho ko sa kusina, lahat trabaho ko dito sa bahay, acknowledge clean up, afterwards. So if you
Right.
acknowledge that, then it becomes easier to come to the kitchen and cook. And then know that the home cooked meal is the wise and the better choice.
It
And
is.
so that's why I showed sa Libis ng Nayon. I didn't mean for you guys to go back to the province, and go back, magsaka kayo. I mean, just common sense, I mean, trying to get, when you go to the grocery stores, go to the produce department.
Right. Yeah.
Don't go to the aisles, go. So, so if you make a habit of that, then probably, your brain you'll train your brain, then you go to the, kasi yung sa akin, Kuya Dan, ang grocery store, when I go to the grocery store, I really
Right.
avoid those aisles because I see that like a display of,
Right.
just a display, like a decorations. It's
Right.
not real to me. How can you eat food when it's come from the box? I mean,
Right.
there's no offense, huh? But those things are, are good, are okay. But that's just edible. It's fillers. I don't want
Right.
just edible to put in my body. I want
Mhm.
something,
Right.
a real. When my grandchildren come to my house and said, "Oh, we're going to GM Pazzie. We're going to eat real food." So
Right.
they know my food is real. It's not coming from, from, and also yung takeout na yan. I mean, it's also good, but try to look at, what you're ordering.
Right. Yeah.
Because hindi naman lahat ng restaurant puro lang mga but you can choose something that is good.
Yeah.
Hindi puno ng hindi mga hindi yung ang tawag dito, yung hindi malulusog ang wag nyo.
Right. So sa Makatwid po, ang sinasabi ni Ate Pasi, this program has no intention of trying to change your lifestyle.
No.
Okay, what we're trying to do here is to contribute more knowledge on how we can better live that life. There is another way. Hindi po tayo dapat mag-subscribe masyado sa nakikita natin sa telebisyon na pinopromote nila ng mga dilata o mga dikahon na tipo ng pagkain. O kaya yung available so conveniently for us, sabi nga kanina ni Regina, sabi nga kanina ni Donna Bartolome Perez, ang kaibigan daw nila pagdating sa kainan dahil nagmamadali sila, wala silang panahon para mag-prepare sa kitchen, yung Uber Eats, yung skip the dishes, o kaya yung mga dilatang po pwede mong buksan kagad at kainin yung laman, iinit mo lamang. Convenient po yan, pero ang buhay po natin ay maraming pagsubok. Kadalasan po, yung mga pagsubok na yan na nalalampasan natin sa ating kabataan, pero pagdating po sa ating katandaan, when we get to that stage na malapit na tayong magsipag-retire, hindi na halos natin mapakinabangan yung ating katawan. Dahil po yung inilagay nating pagkain sa ating mga pangangatawan ay hindi nakatulong upang mas maging mahaba at malusog yung ating mga buhay. Buhay ka nga, pero ang dami mo namang sakit. At ang mga sakit po na yan, kadalasan preventable. And one way of doing that is to eat the right food. Okay? And that is the purpose of our morning show. Hindi po para palitan ang inyong mga lifestyles. Kanina, yung Libis ng Nayon nga, it was so refreshing. It brought to mind my youth because I grew up in the province, Pazzie.
Same
Ako
here.
po ay lumaki sa probinsya. At ako po ay natutong magluto sa edad na mga 6 na taon. Nagsasangag na po ako.
I
At
was
ang kalan namin.
I was 8 years old nang matuto akong magluto ng kanin. My grandmother
Okay.
taught me how to cook rice in a real fire, huh? And
Right.
I was
When you said real fire, let's describe it. Yung po yung kalan na
kalan
made
na
of, made of clay, 'di ba? Made of clay 'yan, 'di ba? Tapos lalagyan mo ng mga kahoy, tapos paapuyan mo 'yan. At meron kami ginagamit. I remember meron kaming tawag namin sa Kapampangan chupan, It's a tube made of made of bamboo na yun ang iboblow mo para yung titis, yung apoy ay lumaki. Ganon. Yun yung pamamaraan na I don't think a lot of people know and have seen. Pero ako po, dinaanan ko po yan. That shows you how old I am. I always say I'm 100 years old. It's closer to the truth than false. Pero yan po, ako po ay natutong magluto, dala po nung lola ko noon na parang pinaka-cook ng bayan. But we're talking of something else. What we're trying to impress here is that when we saw Libis ng Bayan, hindi po ibig sabihin noon na tayo ay magbalik sa pamumuhay na katulad ng panahon na yon. There's nothing wrong, but we know that is not reality anymore. The reality is that we are in the metropolis, we are in urban settings such as the population centers we belong to, and food as available to us is mostly through the grocery stores. And when we go to the groceries, sabi ni Pazzie, iwasan po natin yung aisle. Punta po tayo sa produce department dahil nandoon po yung pagkain makatutulong upang tayo ay maging mas palusog sa ating mga pagkain. Yan. Pazzie, sabi mo sa akin, every morning you start fresh and healthy.
Yes.
And you find this to be boosted by taking your concoctions of natural juices, right?
I call it one fresh cup of juice a day makes the body play. I'm
Yeah.
not saying na lahat tayo. I am to juicing. Hindi, I know not everybody can do that. That's not, that's impossible, especially. But me, wala akong excuse because I'm retired and I can do this. I don't have. I can't say, oh, I don't have time to do this. But my point is, good point naman yung sinasabi mo kanina, Kuya Dan, na it's not, we don't have to change because we live in metropolis and, this is a new generation. So we just have to be very common sense ang gamitin natin. So in the morning, hindi ka naman makakapag-juice, at least don't grab something sugary drink first thing in the morning. Because I know people that the first thing they grab in the morning is to get a soda pop, which is soft drinks. O kaya anything na sugary drink na maiinom nila. So that's not what your body cells would like for you to feed them. And so so grab anything of a fruit, hindi na you don't need to juice, but at least grab something healthy thing that na pwede mong to go with your coffee. So yan lang sa akin. Dun sa mga pwedeng gumawa ng juice nila, they have a blender, they have a juicer. This is the time that that you use them for good. Meron ako, my granddaughter bought a juicer because I'm gonna start this, and that juicer is still in the packages. And when are you gonna open that juicer so you can it? And she still depends on me to do it for her. So it just really ang kaaway talaga natin ngayon is time. Because it seems like in this generation, we're always like in a hurry.
Alam mo, Pazzie, while I may say yes to that, maraming tao na ang paningin nila, ang pakiramdam nila, laging kulang sila sa oras. Pero hindi po totoo yan eh. Kasi lagi ko sinasabi, kung gusto may paraan, pag ayaw, laging may dahilan. Alam mo, most of us have developed this habit of staying up late dahil pinunod natin yung mga paborito nating TV shows o kaya nasa online tayo, nanonood tayo ng Netflix o kaya ng Prime Video, and before you know it, it's already midnight. And therefore, yung katawan mo umahanap ng tulog, pero matutulog ka, gigising ka ng late na yon dahil na napuyat ka. Ano ba naman yung kahit pa paano, limitahan natin yung ating indulgements, na hindi naman makatutulong upang mas mabuhay tayo ng malusog. And then in the morning, I know whether napuyat ako o hindi, I wake up at 6. Biological clock ko yan, nagsasabing gising na, 6:00 na. At dito po sa amin, and there are 3 seniors dito sa amin, parte po ng aming umaga yung mga prutas. In fact, oftentimes, we prepare smoothies and it doesn't take that long. Napakadali po. Basta available na yung ingredients. Blueberries, cantaloupe, oranges, bananas. These are common. Pagkasama-samahin mo lang, ilagay mo dun sa gumagawa po kami ng smoothie. Kasi mas gusto ko yung smoothie kaysa sa juice. Mas gusto ko malapot-lapot ng konti yung kinakain ko, iniinom ko. Anyways, bago po tayo punta kung saan hindi na yun ang main topic natin. Pakita natin, Pazzie, yung halimbawa yung concoction mo na yung morning juice mo para refresh ka. Pakita mo nga uli yung there you go. Yan.
Where's
Ito
the
po,
camera? I'm like, what
yan, nawawala. Kasi
Oh,
gumagamit
there
tayo
you
ng
go.
virtual. Yan, there you go. Yan. Habang iniinom po niya,
Mm.
tignan natin. Yan.
Ang ganda ko dyan, ha?
Oh, ito po yung procedure.
Pa-makeup mo.
Yan. Yan.
Yeah, I do it in my juicer. Kung wala mga juicer, mag-blender. Kung wala naman, just grab a fruit.
Oh, look at that vibrant color. Okay, let's see. A glass.
Wow. So yan po ang iniinom ngayon ni Pazzie. Hindi pinakikita ni Pazzie yung sarili niya. Oh. Yun, there she is.
Oh.
Okay. So yan po yung ano ni Pazzie, energy drink niya pag umaga. She always starts healthy. Yan. So, Pazzie, kung ang ating mga viewers at listeners ngayon ay interesadong makuha yung recipe mo na yan, would you be sharing it to them?
Oh, absolutely. That's what we're here. That's what we're here for. I'm here for. If anyone wants to, to reach out to me, you can find me on Facebook or Tinig Pinoy. Just, I'll give it to you. Ngayon, I have something else to say about that.
Okay.
Parang yung mind ko na napunta sa ibang bagay. It's something about the juicing thing. Yung nako Kuya Dan, parang natabunan yung iniisip.
Yeah. Yung pagkain na kinakain natin, whether hapunan, tanghalian o almusal, dapat may kalidad, may quality. And I think that's what you're trying to tell our listeners.
Yes. At saka yung sinasabi mo yung wala, I was trying to go back, walang time. And
Right.
The truth is, if you want to have time, we will. If you really want, you're determined to do something for the better, you will have time. You will take time.
Right.
And I have to, like I pointed out, because when we were young sa Pilipinas, one of my sisters, they're young couple and raising their little children, and they go to work. So ang ginagawa nila, kasi wala silang minsan walang umaagos na tubig sa gripo nila sa bahay. So what they do, they wake up at 4:00 in the morning to go outside to fetch water, and then they will cook. They will cook the food for the whole day, so that when they clean the house, so that their children have a clean place to crawl on and play. So yun ang sinasabi ko, and I salute my sister, because to this time, and the children are grown now. And they happy, and they know what their parents have done. So what I'm saying, that you really can make time if you want to. If you want, because there's ang sasabi ko, ang aking 2 ingredients to make a healthy life is, number 1 is quality. There is no shortcut to quality. You have to work for it. You really have to, because yan ang palaging excuse natin. Kahit ako, I have that excuse, ayokong umunat-unat ngayon kasi tinatamad ako. So the first thing I do to do in the morning is to wake up my muscles, because when you awaken your muscles, you're ready to roll. Kung hindi, wala talaga. So the same excuse the next day. So when you start to make a change, make it consistent, dahil you're aiming for quality. Meron sinasabi si Regina dito.
Yeah, let's read that. Nakakatuwa, no? Sabi niya po, yun daw anak niya sa Pilipinas, nasa school, sabi daw ng teacher, Philippines get their rice from Taiwan. So sabi nung anak ni Regina, no, that's not true. The Philippines plant their own rice. Yung mother daw niya, at saka yung grandmother niya ang naggumawa noon. They planted their own rice. Sabi daw ni Regina sa anak niya, hindi tayo nagtanim ng palay. Subalit my grandfather had a farm, and yes, we had a rice farm. Yeah, those were the days when many more Filipinos were involved in agriculture. Unfortunately, katulad ng nabanggit ko kayo na doon sa earlier show, napabayaan yung elementong yan, yung sektor ng mga magsasaka ay napabayaan ng ating gobyerno. Anyway, that's another topic to discuss with later at another time. Sabi ni Cynthia Galanto, she's watching from Dubai. Salamat po.
A friend of mine.
Maria Teresa Maganaka, magandang topic daw yan, pagkain. Yep, natumbok mo, Tere. Yan din ang yan ang weakness ko, pagkain. Si Regina, isa pang weakness niya, pagkain. Kahoy pa daw noon, sabi ni Fernando
Yeah, that's
Madariaga.
right.
Yan ang,
My friend Ding Fernando. He's gonna share
right.
with us later.
Okay. Right. Sabi ni Fernando, hello daw si Cynthia. Nakaka-relate daw si Cynthia Galanto dahil naranasan niya yan. Salamat po for sharing. Okay. Saying hello, brother, idol.
Nagbatian
Okay.
yung magkaibigan doon sa
Yan, sabi ni Donna, naranasan din daw niya yan. Bumibili daw ng baboy at nagsisibak ng kahoy, nagbinibilad sa araw.
There you
Totoo
go.
po yan. Totoo po yan. Although yung pamamaraan ng pagbibilad ng palay sa kalsada, sana iwasan na yan ng ating mga kababayan. I remember when I was still traveling across the length of the Philippines, yung pong lalo na pagkapanahonan ng sakahan, yung pong mga kalsada, nilalagay nila doon, binibilad nila yung mga palay nila para patuyuin. Kasi nga, walang rice dryer doon sa mga lugar na yon. So, isang punto ito na dapat asikasuhin ng gobyerno. Babalik na naman tayo sa problema ng agriculture dito. Hindi po yung topic natin ngayon. Okay. Sabi ni Regina, hindi raw siya makapaniwala na retired na si Pazzie. She's so young. Well, she is. And she forever looks like a very young person. Yan. Paborito pala
There's
ni
a reason
Regina.
for that song kay Regina. We will talk privately why I'm retired now.
Yeah.
There's a
So
good
guilty
reason.
daw si Regina for staying up late. Yeah, medyo bawas-bawasan natin yung panonood ng sabagay si Regina spends so much time reading her favorite novel books. So banana shake 3 times a day daw si
That's a good
Donna
one.
Bartolome Perez.
Anything, a piece of banana first thing. Oh, I wanted to point out the things that we get from fresh fruit and vegetables when we take them with an empty stomach. Because
Right.
fresh vegetables and fruits, there's live enzymes in there. They're cleansing. So yung
Right.
mga kinain natin, mga tira-tira pa dyan, they're cleansing. So bago mo lagyan ang gut mo for another next meal, linisin mo muna.
Right, yeah.
So
So prutas po, mas kasi natural po yan. Kapalawa namin dito sa bahay, yung morning po namin, ang una namin kinakain ay mga slices of oranges, bananas, blueberries, strawberries, whatever fruit is available. Pero ito pong comment ni Donna, I'd like to point out, Donna, medyo ingat tayo sa banana sa gabi. Okay, kasi po yung bananas, nagpuproduce siya ng maraming enzyme at nahihirapan po yung tiyan natin dahil nakarest na tayo, natulog na tayo. Mas maganda po yung banana according sa mga nutritionists in the morning.
in the morning, yes.
In the morning po yung banana. May mga prutas po na pwede sa gabi like apples, oranges, yan okay po yan sa gabi. Kasi hindi po yan mahirap tunawin. Ang banana po medyo mahirap tunawin. Yan. Si Chris Baldon, sabi niya, hello daw, Ninang Pazzie.
That's my beautiful friend, Chris.
Yeah, watching from Lupao. I know Lupao. Sa Nueva Ecija po yan. Mixed vegetable juice every day, no sugar. Very good,
Very
Susan.
good.
Very good. Hello daw everyone, sabi ni Chris. Nagsasalok daw ngayon sa gripo na bubuksan na lang. Lucky you, meron kang gripong binubuksan. Marami sa Pilipinas ay walang, lalo sa Maynila, yung mga population centers, nako, hirap na hirap sa tubig. Pagkain daw tayo ngayon. Yeah, very helpful information daw, sabi ni Regina. Okay, noted daw, Ma'am Pazzie. And banana is better to eat in the morning. Yes, sir. If there's something we could learn from today, yung pong banana.
Good to know there are
eaten in
people
the
who
morning.
agreed with us this morning.
Yeah. So fruits po, natural fruits in the morning is the best. Yan, para na kayo nagki-cleansing yan. Now, I know that, sabi ni Donna. So, nakatutulong po tayo kahit paano. At yan po ang dahilan kung bakit si Ate Pazzie ay nandito sa kasalukuyan. Mag-offer ng mga bagay na maaari nating pakinabangan para sa isang mas malusog na pangangatawan. At bago tayo magpatuloy, narito pakinggan muna natin ang isa pang inihanda ni Ate Pazzie para sa ating listening pleasure. Nandito po ang makulay ni Ann Liit.
We call her lang.
Dati ang gulay di ko tinitikman, para di na lang iniiwasan. Pero ang gulay masarap pala kapag sinabawan na siya. Makulay, makulay.
Makulay ang buhay. Talagang makulay dahil berdeng-berde. No, ha? Paalala po yan na mas magandang kumain tayo ng mga natural na pagkain para mas makulay ang ating mga pamumuhay. Okay. Somebody is talking to me. Oh, my cell phone is talking to me. Sorry po.
Yan ang nangyari pag live, no? Meron kang naririnig dito.
I know. Yeah. So, Pazzie,
Yes, sir.
makulay ang buhay. Meron tayong pinag-usapan kahapon during our system check na meron tayong ipi-play pagkatapos noon. Is that Libis ng Nayon?
No.
Tapos na yung Libis ng Nayon. Sinabawan.
Natapos na natin yung libis ng nayon.
Yeah,
Napili ko yung makulay ang gulay because we're talking about when to start to eating healthy.
Oh,
It has
that's
to
right.
start when you are young. Because sometimes meron tayong, young people doesn't really think of things like that. You know, there's so much thing going on in their life. So healthy or eating the right way is not the right time. So parents have the responsibility to train their children, give them a really healthy as early as possible because it will instill in their brains that they grew up that way. Yan, kaya that's the reason why when to start as early as possible. If I know now what I know, if I know then what I know now, I would have started in my early age. So that's my point of makulay ang gulay.
It's never too late.
Never
Sabi
too
mo,
late.
if you don't know it then you would have done it. Pero, it's never too late. We can still do something about it. Like I'm not a young person anymore, but and I had very bad eating habits when I was younger. Lalo na nung nasa
Lahat yata tayo.
in my adult years, di ba? Mas gusto ko pang unahin uminom ng beer kaysa uminom ng healthy juices. Pero nung medyo nagkaedad tayo, natutunan natin na pwede po pala nating solusyonan yung mga bagay, yung mga nakagawian nating mga pamamaraan at pagkain. Pwede nating i-correct yan dahil may
Wag na
pagkakataon pa.
maghintay na, kagaya sa experience ko, wag na maghintay na magkaroon ng major illness pagdating sa buhay natin. Kasi darating yan. If we abuse our body from the very start, it can only take so much. So we will pay for it. And my husband
true.
did 17 years ago. He almost died of a heart attack. And that's when it woke me up. And that's where I'm here. So wag nang hintayin dumating pa ang circumstances bago tayo mag-change. If it can be changed now, it's avoidable and preventable. Do it.
Right. Yeah. And this is being acknowledged even by the specialists, Marami sa mga bagay na ginagawa natin sa ating mga modernong kabuhayan na nagiging dahilan upang ang katawan natin ay magdusa as we grow older. So sa makatwid, preventable yung mga bagay na yan. And there are so many ways on how we can prevent those maladies from affecting us in our older age. Merong sineshare dito si Donna Bartolome Perez. Sabi niya, konting share lang daw about malunggay, Kuya Dan. Nung nasa Pinas daw siya, masyado siyang matipid sa gastusin, lalo na maliit ang sahod ng asawa niya. Kaya ang malunggay sa harapan ng bahay nakakalbo na araw-araw kasi yun ang sinasama sa ulam. Yeah, malunggay na may tinapa, malunggay na sardinas, malunggay with noodles. Nagrereklamo na mga anak daw niya kasi araw-araw malunggay daw. Hindi nila alam masustansya. Ang moringa po or malunggay sa talitang Tagalog.
The most healthiest.
Yes. Isa po yan sa pinaka-healthy na,
It is
na po pwede
expensive
natin.
here in the States.
And actually, it's not expensive back home or anywhere. If
Yeah.
you have a pot, kumuha ka lang ng isang sanga ng malunggay, okay? Yung sanga lang, isaksak mo dyan at wag mo lang pababayaang matuyuan, yan po ay yayabong. Kung kayo may konting bakuran, magsaksak lang po kayo. Isang tangkay lang po. Pumutol kayo sa kung sino man meron, isaksak ninyo at yan po ay tutubo at napakayabong kagad. At araw-araw po pwede po niyong pitasin yung mga dahon, isama nyo. Ang paborito ko sa malunggay, alam mo kung ano, Pazzie?
Tell me.
Sinasama ko po yan sa mais, corn. Ang tawag namin, swam. Okay?
Oh, I've
So,
had that before.
Yeah. Kaso kahit na wala kang pangsahog na limbawa na pork or chicken or hipon, po pwede pong yan lang. Lagyan mo lang ng konting magbasag ka ng isa, dalawang itlog, yan ang isama mo. Stir it,
Really?
pakuluan mo.
Itlog, ha?
Yeah, pakuluan mo at napakasarap po. napakasarap. Masustansya na, malusog ka pa. Yun. At hindi masyadong magastos. Kung ikaw ay budget conscious, magkano lang ang halaga ng ng itlog? In fact, kung wala kang itlog, walang itlog na available, masama ang dating nung wala kang itlog eh. So, kung di available ang itlog, kahit na yun lang po ang inyong iluto. At okay na. Yung mais at saka yung malunggay. Siyempre, yung mais po, gaganon ninyo. Yung tatapyasin ninyo para makuha ninyo. Hindi po yung buong corn cob ang ilalagay natin. Obviously. Okay? At napakasarap po niyan. Ang tawag po namin niya sa amin, swam. Yeah.
Ang gusto ko sa malunggay, nilalagay ko yan sa munggo.
Sa
Very
munggo.
Tagalog yan eh. But then I started juicing malunggay also. But it's not very bad. It's not very bad tasting if you mix it with some fruit like what do you call this? Like apple. Apple is good in mixing that, and it'll incorporate the sweetness and the tanginess of that. So maalis ang bitterness ng malunggay.
So,
Kasi ang
tignan mo
ginagamit ko dito kale. Sa Pilipinas, walang kale, but malunggay is very available.
Yeah.
So those are
Wala
things.
pong malunggay dito sa amin na pwedeng itanim kasi malamig. Pero sa mga Filipino store po, maraming malunggay. Frozen nga lang. But that's okay. Hindi naman nawawala yung altogether, yung sustansya ng malunggay. Sabi ni Fernando, ang malunggay, uso ngayon. Pandesal with malunggay. Totoo yan.
There you go.
Totoo yan. Yeah, merong pandesal with malunggay. Yeah. Yung 5 na dahon ng malunggay daw, sabi ni Susan, ay $1. Wow.
I know what she mean because I go to the Asian store. There's an India store here that I go to. They have a fresh malunggay. I have to buy them by a pound, and it's like $8.99 by a pound, just a pound.
Right. It's a bit expensive in North America kasi imported. So sabi ni Regina, meron ding malunggay tea. In fact, meron pong mga malunggay tablets din available. Tingnan natin na sabi ni Maria Teresa Maganaka, she must Miss Pazzie daw look so young because of the healthy food she eats and now shares to us. Thank you.
Sana mas young pa ako kung nag-umpisa ako ng no? Thank you.
Sabi ni Chris, she loves malunggay kahit daw araw-araw yung tea or sinabawan. Yan.
This is so good to hear.
There you go.
People already doing, good thing.
Yeah, so sinasamahan niya ng kalabasa yung kanyang malunggay.
There you go. Now I learned something.
I'm gonna try that too. See, nagkakatulungan po tayo rito. Sabi ni Susan, kahit na mahal daw ang malunggay, sige lang kasi hindi naman makain yung $1. Very true. Yeah, very true. But, yeah, totoo yan. Okay, talaga daw, not yoga. Okay, I don't know what she means, but...
We're talking about it. She's talking about probably her juice and not yoga because she hasn't started yoga, and I'm trying to start yoga.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Chris. Anyways, so, kanina pinag-uusapan natin yung mga natural na pagkain at saka yung pinakita kanina na yung makulay.
Makulay ang buhay pag may nilagang gulay. May sinabawang gulay.
Yan, may sinabawang gulay. At talking about sinabawan, narito po, pakita natin ng isang clip ng sinabawang
karne. Tip ito, Kuya Dan, tip ito sa mga ating mga viewers kung paano nila magiging healthy yung kanilang sinabawan kasi mahilig tayo magsabaw eh. Let's show them.
Okay. Yeah, may pamamaraan ng pagluluto ng karne nang hindi makasasama sa ating kalusugan. So narito po.
Hello, Ate Pazzie from Texas saying hello to everyone. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat dyan sa Pilipinas. And I'm gonna show you some of my tips that I have been doing, to stay healthy and stay on the right track. So ngayon, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano nyo lutuin. I did not start this. If I only know then what I know now, I would have started in an early stage of my life. So anyway, I'm catching up to stay healthy, Sa ating gusto natin pag sinabuan may mga buto-buto, no? Kasi the bone brings more flavor to the soup. I grew up eating sinabawan. We love sabaw. It's like our comfort food in the Philippines. So I grew up with sinabawang nilagang manok, nilagang baboy, nilagang baka. Today we're doing the pork and may buto-buto. Inilalaga ko na siya, whatever kind of meat that I'm using for sinabawan, nilalaga ko na siya ahead of time or the night before. So ahead of time pa lang, piniprepare mo na yan. So anyway, that's it. So I'm gonna simmer this until it cooked, and then after it cooked, I'm gonna let it sit there until it's completely cooled off, and then I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. And then tomorrow I'm gonna make my. The next day has come. I just took this out from the refrigerator and. Oh, tingnan mo yung mga taba. Nagsilutang na sila.
No?
I'm going
Grabe
to
ang
scrape
taba,
that off
nakalutang.
and then toss that away. Tapos, umpisahan ko na siyang sahugan.
Mhm. There you go. Yan po
Yes.
yung tip ngayon kung paano ninyo po magiging malusog yung inyong niluluto, healthier. All
Don't be
you need to do.
Don't be
Go ahead.
afraid because the flavor would still be there. You cook with the fat, but this time you're going to scrape the fat. But the tip is to, to let it cool off, put them in the refrigerator ahead of time so para mag-rise up yung taba nila. And then you can
Yeah.
scrape it off and then patuloy mo na
Right.
yung pagluluto. Yan ang
Yeah.
tip ni Ate Pazzie ngayon. Hopefully, yung mga gumagawa na niyan ngayon, kudos sa inyong lahat.
Yeah. Kasi alam mo marami sa mga at ito napansin ko before I grew older, napansin ko na yung pamamaraan ng pagluluto nating mga Pilipino ay tuloy-tuloy, hindi ginagawa yung ganito. Imagine, nakita po ninyo yung kung gaano kakapal yung mantika na nandoon sa itaas na nangyari dahil nilagay sa refrigerator
And
ni Ate Pasi.
in fact, Kuya Dan, that meat that I use, it's scraped
Right.
up already of the fat from the
Right.
store.
Tinanggal mo
And
na,
then
pero nandun pa rin.
when you cook them, you
Right.
still have
Yeah.
lots of fat. And alam ko dahil
Mhm.
namamalengke kami nun sa Pilipinas, ang lahat may
Yeah.
puro taba. So imagine, so right now I can't think of myself humihigop ng sabaw na iiwan yung mga mantika sa bibig ko.
Hindi natin nakikita yon, Pasi. Hindi natin nakikita yan, mga kababayan. Kasi mainit yung sabaw na iniinom natin. Alam
Ay,
naman natin na pag mainit,
But
natutunaw yung
nananamnam mo yan, Kuya Dan.
Yeah, pero nananamnam mo. Ang masakit ay yung mantika na yung pumapasok po sa katawan natin.
Yes.
Can you imagine the fat that we are putting into our mouth and going through our systems, potential po yan na po pwedeng mag-cause ng pagbabara ng ating mga capillaries. Kaya marami sa ating mga Pilipino, batang-bata pa, may sakit sa puso na. Okay? At tuloy-tuloy na yan. Mataas ang blood pressure, may altang presyon. Ano na po yan? Kabit-kabit na yan. Una, dahil nagiging dagdag na pahirap sa mga organs natin sa katawan, yung pagtunaw ng ganyang taba. Taba po yan, parang walang iniwan yan sa parang mantikilya or
That is the worst kind of fat, is the animal
it's
fat,
bad.
saturated fat. Yeah.
And it's so simple, right? It's you can easily prevent the intake of such type of food
Diba, no?
sa ating
Straight mo lang
katawan.
yung fat, di mo alam. I
Yeah.
didn't know that then. I mean,
Right. Yeah. So kung magsisigang po kayo, magninilaga or kung ano mang sinabawang pagkain na merong karne, gawin po nyo yung tip ni Ate Pasi. Matapos ninyong pakuluin, matapos yung palambutin yung karne, gagamitin ko sana yung word na patitiin, pero hindi naintindihan ng marami yun.
Hindi ko rin na naintindihan ko yan.
Yeah, patiningin po natin muna. If you don't have an available fridge, just leave it outside. At yung pong taba, pagka lumamig na yung sabaw, lulutang po yan sa ibabaw. So kinabukasan, bago ninyo tuluyang iluto, kutsarahin na ninyo at itapon yung taba na yan. Okay.
Anything that could help.
Yeah, baka tutulong po yung mga ganyang bagay. Simple-simple. And it won't cost you much time, and it won't cost you extra money. So just do it. All right, that was beautiful. Ngayon, meron tayong dalawa pang gustong i-share sa kanila ng mga clips kung paano pine-prepare ni Pazzie ang kanyang mga healthy food. Pazzie, yung
Okay, pakita natin yung bean sprout salad. This could be a full meal or just, you can make it as a salad. Mahilig tayo. Ang tawag natin ng bean sprout ata dyan, toge ata yan.
Toge, yeah.
Okay, let's show them.
Toge.
This is one of my favorite salad that I like.
Okay. nakikita po ninyo sa kasalukuyan yung sangkap na ginagamit ni Ate Pazzie sa kanyang bean sprout salad or toge.
Bean sprout are so healthy. Ayan, merong bean sprout. Hindi po bean sprout, ha? Akong may kasalanan yan.
In-stop ko po yung yung clip para makita natin yung sangkap. Sabi po ni Ate Pazzie, she's referring to the spelling of bean sprout. Pwede na rin yan. The bean is so proud. That's okay.
I'm so proud of my bean sprout.
There you go. So, ito ang mga sangkap po niyan.
Yeah.
And again, paalala po, si Ate Pazzie will send you the recipe if you are interested. So just communicate with her and she will be able to share with you itong kanyang mga sangkap na ito para mas matikman ninyo at ma-enjoy itong napakasarap ng actually at napakamura niyan, bean sprout, napakamura niyan. So ang sahog pa niya, merong red bell pepper, merong green beans, may tomatoes.
Ang sa akin, Kuya Dan, whatever you have in your refrigerator, make it something that this time, this is what I have. Pag meron akong ganyan, so but don't try. Oh, wala akong ganyan. Whatever fresh you have in the refrigerator, mix it together. You'll be surprised what you could come up with.
Okay.
Tayo mga Pilipino, tayo, we're very creative. So this is my creation of salad.
Suggestion lang po yan ni Ate Pazzie, pero po pwede nyo sangkapan ng iba. What she's trying to point out is that there are ways on how we can enhance our food intake. Healthier and not necessarily expensive. Yan. So presko po yan. So yan ang pamamaraan. So roasted garlic, sliced green onion, chop of cilantro or kinchay. Marami po yan na equivalent sa atin sa Pilipinas.
Right.
Okay, parsley or kinsley. Marami pong equivalent yan. So tuloy natin ito. So yan na itsura niya ngayon. Pagka nailagay nyo na lahat.
Diba? How appetizing that look. Ay.
Oh, sure. I'm getting hungry now. Hindi pa ako nagbe-breakfast. Mm-hmm. So yan naman po yung vinaigrette. Yung parang pinaka panangkap ninyo dyan. Ito po yung niya, sangkap niya. Soy sauce, sriracha sauce,
garlic,
lime juice,
or
calamansi.
calamansi.
Yan. Apple cider vinegar, maraming vinegar sa atin, honey or sugar, then sesame oil. Tapos imimix lang ninyo at ito na ang itsura. So it's a tossed salad of bean sprout or toge. Yum! So Regina, hindi mahirap ay luto ito. Hindi mahirap i-prepare for your active voice, Regina. There you go. So yan po yung mga sangkap, pinagsama-sama. Okay, well, that's another tip from Ate Pazzie. Yan. So, Ate Pazzie, meron pang isang salad din na gusto nating i-share sa kanila, di ba?
I think that was it. Meron tayong my chicken teriyaki if we still have time. I think.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah.
Should
So
we play that now?
We're going to have lunch. Yes, that's.
Yeah. So, ito naman po. Go ahead, Pazzie.
I'm showing this because mahilig tayo sa Chinese food, di ba? I mean, even when we go to Chinese restaurant, but I'm sorry to say that, but Chinese food is notorious in using a lot of food enhancing. So, matitikman ko na talaga just one bite. I know exactly what's in my food when I go to Chinese. So you can make your own seasoning. It doesn't have to be, wag na kayong pumili ng mga na-seasoning packet dyan because you can make your own. And it's just, you have to start training yourself to do it. Otherwise, you'll never do it. So this is my version of teriyaki chicken with pineapple.
Okay, so tingnan po natin ang version ni Ate Pazzie ng chicken teriyaki with
Let's
pineapple.
cook lunch. Lunch.
Yeah, lunch na po. Tanghalian na ito. Yeah.
Okay, let's cook some lunch. Today I am going to make my teriyaki pineapple chicken. So I'm gonna need some spices. Okay, I need a baking soda.
Dalian mo na, Pazzie.
I
Nagugutom na
need
ako.
pepper. And I'm gonna need pepper flakes. Okay.
Ako mag-aalmusal pa.
And I will be needing
Almost
This is a
magla-lunch na
sesame
pagkatapos
oil.
natin ito, Kuya Dan.
I will need
Right.
some soy sauce.
So nakikita po niyo sa kasalukuyan
Okay, let's cook some chicken for
ang mga
lunch.
sangkap
Today
para
I'm
sa
going to show
lunch
you
natin.
my teriyaki chicken with pineapple, Ate Pazzie's version. Okay, these are my ingredients. I use cut up chicken, I use the chicken breast, so it's easy. So I make that ahead of time, cut them up, and then the trick is for breading I use, instead of flour is so glutinous, so I will use tapioca flour, which available in every store in the Philippines, even here in the States. We have tapioca flour or rice flour. So anyway, the trick for your chicken to be crispy when you pan fry it is to add, for a cup of tapioca flour or whatever flour you use, for a cup of flour, use a half a teaspoon baking soda. Okay? And then you kind of mix it up. Mix them up. And that's when I'm just trying to show you how I did my chicken. And then you mix them up. You can add a little bit of salt and pepper in there, which I did. And that's where you roll your chicken. There. So for our sauce, this is a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Oh, I made a mess. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Okay. 1 tablespoon of honey.
Yum.
Because that's going to be our sauce later. And these are my pineapple. I use fresh pineapple. Always use fresh pineapple. I like to add it to my sauce. Some uses vinegar, which is okay. You can use vinegar if you don't have orange. I like to use orange. You can add a little bit of water. I am now pan frying the chicken. I use very, very little oil. And when you do this, you do not want to smoke your oil. And then I will follow the...
Oh, separate pan na yan. Kinat off ko na.
I have too much
Oh, okay.
onion.
So red onion yun.
Yeah. I'm
Kasama
doing the
nung-
sauce now.
Okay.
The sauce. All right. Oh, I can smell the
That ginger and garlic, oh, that's so good.
seasoning there. Okay.
And ginger is
There's
very
a sauce that I
healthy.
made.
Did
Very
you know?
good. That's always, part of my cooking.
Wow. Parang naaamoy ko na talalasahan yung niluluto ni Ate Pazzie. Nagugutom tuloy ako lalo. Okay.
Masarap na siya. I need a little bit of lemon. This is to
Meron
add
lemon. Again po, kung anong merong equivalent kayo sa Pilipinas,
Calamansi, it's part of
Calamansi.
it, Yeah.
kaya mas malasa nga yung kalamansi, mas masarap eh.
even it up. All right.
Yeah. Kasi dito sa North America, mas common ang lemon.
Masarap na.
I wish makakuha ako ng calamansi dito, Kuya Dan. Hindi ko yan makita dito. So,
Oh, meron ditong pinagbibili. Kaya lang, ang mahal ng calamansi tree eh. May mga bunga na, mga malalaki na, $19
You can add the chicken now.
Oh, wow.
nakalagay sa pot. Yan, sinama na
And
ni
there
chicken.
you have it.
And there,
Chicken
there you go.
teriyaki with pineapple for lunch.
Wow, may konting
oh,
kanin.
di ba?
Diba? Nice. Oh, wow. Okay, medyo naglaway tuloy ako. Ay, lalo ako nagugutom.
So you can garnish it with, you can always make it look fancy, kahit naman hindi
Right.
fancy, So it's very less expensive. Tapos ikaw nang bahala mag-present ng food mo. I'd like to do that. Yung garnish ko dyan, you either, if you have parsley, good fresh parsley, or
young onion.
cilantro, or kinchay. Kinchay is always
Kinchay,
good.
yeah.
Or,
Ako, usually nilalagay ko yung young onion. Yung
yeah,
dahon ng
green onions,
sibuyas.
the same thing.
Yeah. Kasi hindi nababago ang lasa nun eh. Medyo partial ako ng konti doon dahil mas mura at mas madaling bilhin. Available yan anywhere. Yeah, so you've seen at least 4 na pamamaraan kung paano tayo makapagluluto at makapag-prepare ng pagkain makatutulong sa ating kalusugan. Salamat po ng marami, Ate Pazzie. Ngayon, tingnan natin yung mga comments dito sa ating screen.
Let's see.
Okay. Sa Pilipinas daw, pinamimigay lang yan. Totoo yan. And I think Samuel is referring to the malunggay. Yeah, totoo po yan. Pinamimigay lang yan. Pero
Sana
kung
may
gusto nyo
nagbibigay
magkaroon,
sa akin yan dito.
yeah, wala rin nagbibigay sa amin dito niya. We have to go and buy it
Oh,
sa
that's
Philippine store.
Kuya Joe from Siargao.
Siargao. Okay, salamat po for your comment. Si Amy, sabi niya, here in her work, doon sa katrabaho po niya, everyday daw siya nagluluto ng soup using pork bones, chicken bones, or beef bones. So, Amy, yung pong mga yan, kahit buto-buto lang po yung mga yan, napakarami pong mantika yan na na-degenerate. So, kung gagawin po nyo yung suggestion kanina, yung tip ni Ate Pazzie, pakuluan na po ninyo earlier on, pagkatapos sa umaga, tanggalin po ninyo
Lamigin.
yung mga umalasa. Yung nasa ibabaw na sangkaterbang mantika po. Wag po nyong hayaang pumasok yon sa inyong mga katawan. Sabi naman ni Fernando, ang isa pa daw maling style ng Pinoy, pagkatapos kumain, umiinom ng soft drink. O yan. Pero alam mo, hindi lamang pagkatapos. Habang kumakain, merong soft drinks sa harapan. I know that.
I
Because
used
I
to
was
do
like
that.
that. I used to be like that. And now, for the last, 10 years, I haven't touched any pop. Hindi po ako uminom ng mga ng soft drinks. Yung mga anak ko, hindi din po uminom ng soft drinks dahil natutunan
Si
nila.
Kuya Dan, nag-start ka dyan. So, ang mga anak, gumagaya din. Kasi kung
Right. Yeah.
ano yung nakita sa'yo, yun ang gagayahin nila sa'yo.
Alam po natin kasabihan, monkey see, monkey do. So, wag po nating bibigyang halimbawa yung mga anak natin ng hindi magandang practice. So, yung soft drinks, itapon na po ninyo yan. Puro asukal lang po yan, tsaka kulay. I know, dati po ako plant manager ng Cosmos. Gumagawa po kami ng Pop Cola, ng Sarsi, ng Santa. So, I know, na sangkaterbang asukal po yung nakalagay dyan. Nakto.
I think Kuya Dan is the worst sugar na it's a high fructose, yung liquid.
High
The
fructose,
worst
you're right.
kind.
The worst
I'd rather
po
have
yan.
the regular sugar than the high fructose. That's what's in the soft
Right.
drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hindi po mainam sa ating pangangatawan yung soft drinks. Basura na po ninyo yan. Sabi uli ni Fernando, may mga commercial daw nakasalo sa pagkainan. Kaya nga po sinasabi namin, wag po tayong masyadong maniwala sa lahat ng mga nakikita natin sa media. Yan po, commercial po yan, obviously because they want to grab our money. Kaya pinakikita nila na, ang sarap, ang lusog. Yeah, malusog po yan at saka masarap sa kanilang bulsa, hindi sa atin. Okay. So, tuloy natin ang pag-rebisa ng mga comments. Ang sarap daw, sabi ni Samuel. And I think he is referring to the chicken teriyaki with pineapple. Okay. Sabi ni Daisy Joy, sarap daw ng teriyaki chicken. So, Daisy Joy, meron ka ng dagdag na i-offer dyan sa iyong trabaho. Okay. Ang ginagamit daw ni Amy, sweet potato flour. So, pwede po kayong gumamit ng ibang...
See? And now I'm learning something. Sweet potato flour is good too. I haven't tried that before. I haven't tried it.
Pazzie, and talking about sweet potato, ito po ay mas malusog kesa sa traditional na potato. In fact, ang sweet potato po ay bahagi halos ng dito sa kusina namin. Lagi po ako bumibili ng sweet potato. Ang ginagawa namin, ikakat lang namin into pieces. Ilagay namin sa oven. Dash it with a little oil para hindi manikit. And that's it. Pag naluto po, napakasarap kainin. Instead of eating...
You can have it for breakfast, for snacks.
Right. Yeah, yun ang breakfast namin. Instead of eating bread for breakfast, which is not healthy dahil po yung bread, katulad din yan ng kanin, nako-convert po yan sa sugar. And you know what bad things sugar can do to your body. Okay? Yan. So, masarap daw yan, sabi ni Fernando. Sibuyas na mura. Pareho kami ni Fernando. Hey, Fernando. High five, man. Pareho
Sibuyas
tayo
na
ng
mura,
ginagamit.
that's the red onions, right? Or yung maliliit?
Hindi, sibuyas na mura. Yung dahon halos. Yeah.
Tingnan mo, nalimutan ko na yan pala.
Yeah,
Sibuyas
yun.
na mura, hindi ko alam.
Salamat daw, sabi ni Cynthia Galanto, for sharing
Hi,
those healthy.
Cynthia!
Yeah. And Amy, pinapakuluan daw muna niya yung mga bones. There you go, Amy.
Good, Amy.
Yeah.
See, that's good to know.
Yeah, a smart lady you are. Thank you. So, delikado daw yung sobra ang soft drink pala. Tignan mo, Donna, buti, bihira lang. Pwede mo na rin pong hindi inumin yan. I-prepare mo na lang yung mga natural juice. O kaya yung moringa, yung malunggay. Masarap din po yan. Pakuluan ninyo,
O
tapos
kaya
lagyan sa
tubig
fridge.
na lang. Tubig is
O
good.
tubig na lang. And better still, warm water. Ako po, dito sa bahay, hindi po kami nagsa-soft drinks, halos hindi kami nagkakape, pero sa tubig po, sagana kami. Merong sinasabi yung mga health authorities, dapat daw at least 8 baso ng tubig araw-araw para mapunuan yung pangangailangan natin ng liquid. So yan po, tubig is healthiest kasi po walang halo yan na kahit anong chemical. Okay. Bring home the happiness with Coke. Okay. Yeah. Ang yumayaman.
May ad pala, bring home the happiness with Coke. Ad
Yeah,
pala.
they do. Alam mo naman, yung
Naku,
mga
ha?
commercial na yan. Sus Mariosep. Yan po ay nakapagpapataba ng bulusan ng mga may-ari ng kumpanya na yan at saka yung mga shareholders. Pero hindi po ng
It's
ating mga anak.
marketing, people.
Yeah, hindi po ating mga anak, hindi po tayo. Kaya nga sa Pilipino, dito sa North America, mapansin mo, dito sa Canada pa si halimbawa, I don't know if you noticed this. I do because I am a financial advisor and therefore I also I also manage a lot of people's insurance requirements, At madalas nadi-decline yung mga nag-a-apply ng insurance kasi either hypertensive sila o kaya meron silang diabetes. And these are mostly Filipinos in their prime. Okay? And lalo na pagka nagkaedad na 50, 60, naku po, karamihan po ay nadi-decline. Kung hindi man ma-decline, i-rate sila. In other words, instead of standard price, premium yung babayaran ninyo, tataasan po ng kumpanya para yung risk hindi masyadong maging mataas para sa kanila. So,
Good point.
lesson learned sana po. Sa punto de vista po ni Kuya Dan, ang pagkain katulad dito ay hindi nakatutulong sa lahat ng bagay sa ating buhay. In fact, it costs us so much grief. Hindi lamang sa ating health, kundi sa ating finances. Kasi pagka nagkaedad na kayo, pera na lang. Kung halimbawa nasa bansa kayo na magandang healthcare, halimbawa sa Canada, pagka po kayo ay nasa retiring age na, yung pong cost ng medication ninyo, yung mga gamot, yung doctor consultation, yung mga operasyon, yan po ay libre. Pero hindi po ganun kaganda ang buhay sa lahat ng bansa. So, may iwasan po yan. All else is preventable. Sabi nga kanina ni Ate Pazzie, to which I agree 100%. Yan. So, Ate Pazzie,
the food plays a big part in our whole being.
right, yeah, right.
You want to have a longer life with less pain in the end. I mean, before you end, before the ending comes, and that's I'm talking about the quality. So live the quality of life, and
Right.
to be able to achieve that, mag-start ka na early pa kung ano yung nilalagay mo sa katawan natin, kasi iyan talaga ang number 1 na magiging enemy, na magiging kalaban ng katawan natin. And kasi so just common sense. I don't want you to go back to magsaka ka ng mo doon sa probinsya. Just
Hindi
common
po yun ang
sense.
intention natin. Yeah. So, meron po mga pamaraan kung paano natin mapapanatiling malusog ng ating mga pangangatawan at kung paano po natin may impluwensyahan yung mga kabataan. Ipakita po natin sa kanila kung ano yung marapat. Huwag po tayo magbigay ng halimbawa na magiging dahilan kung bakit ang mga anak natin ay matutulad sa atin sa pagtanda. Na ang lahat halos ng sakit na po pwedeng dumapo sa atin ay nakaapekto sa ating kalidad ng pamumuhay. Okay. So, salamat po sa inyong mga comments. Salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay. At of course, maraming salamat sa ating co-host ngayong umagang ito, si Ate Pazzie, sa pagbibigay niya ng kanyang panahon at kaalaman upang tayo po ay magkaroon ng
Ang bilis
karagdagang
ng oras,
pamamaraan. Ang bilis talaga, If I can only hold it for a few more, minutes, parang
We
nasa
have
ganun,
one song left, Kuya Dan.
We do, yes, we do.
Yes.
And more
Ate
importantly,
Pazzie loves music. I sing when I cook. You have to, incorporate music in life. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
So
I,
so
I can't
so
believe that
let
time has come.
Yeah. Well, bago po dumating yung oras na mamamaalam kami ni Ate Pasi, nais po namin i-share sa inyo ang isa pang napakagandang awitin. This time is it's a kind of modern song. Okay, it's not so new, but it's a beautiful love
It's
song.
classic. It's
It's a
timeless.
classic. Yeah. So narito po,
Never
pakinggan natin
end.
ang Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Ate Pasi, yes.
Wow.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea.
Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be.
Take my hand, take my whole life too.
For I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea.
Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be.
Take my hand, take my whole life too.
For I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you.
Tinig Pinoy.
Tinig Pinoy. Tinig Pinoy.
That was
That was
beautiful.
my
Classic
beautiful,
talaga.
yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That was my
Mm.
good friend Ding Fernando, who's been, watching us this
Oh,
time.
my.
That
And
was
I was
him.
wondering, sabi ko, sino kaya itong male singer na ito? Napakaganda ng style of singing niya and his voice is so soothing.
He is a
Mm.
pro.
Oh,
He
no
used to be a
wonder.
singer. His wife and him are both OFW, and he's no longer singing in Japan, but he's retired. But his wife still continues to work. And I met him on Smule, Kuya Dan, one of the nicest person I've met in the Smule
Ah,
world. So we become singing buddies, and we like old time classics. So I think he named us the wedding singers.
the wedding singers. Yeah, next time I get married, Fernando, I hope you are available.
Oh
Together
yes!
with
Oh, there
Ate
you
Pazzie.
go. Pupunta ka sa
Naniwala naman.
wedding.
I said next time I get married, Pasi, and I don't intend to.
Never know. You'll never know. Look at George Clooney. Sabi niya, hindi na siya mag-aasawa. I'm never gonna
Yes.
have, And then, all of a sudden, Amal Clooney just walk into his life, and there you go.
Oh, yeah, sabagay. And who wouldn't fall in love with Amal? You know, she's so beautiful and so bright, so intelligent. Sabi niya, mga host daw, mega love shoutout, sabi ni Lawrence Garden in
Thank
Germany.
you, Lauren.
Yeah,
Thank
ganun
you.
din po sa inyo. Talking about Fernando Madriaga, that was really a wonderful
It's a
rendition
really
of this
nice thing.
Elvis Presley classic. Yeah, and I like the way na hinahagod niya yung kanta niya. Yeah, but Pazzie, you are a revelation. Mm.
Why
So,
is that, Kuya Dan?
hindi lamang pagluluto ng mga masustansya at malusog na pagkain ang expertise ni Ate Pazzie, pati sa pag-awit. Napakaganda. Thank you. Thank you for
I
sharing
can
your
sing
time.
sometimes when in the mood, yeah. But
Mhm.
but Ding really, carries through. I mean, para ka ng magandang kumanta pag siya ang kaduet mo kasi magaling kumanta si Ding.
Yeah. Sana
Ayan,
isang
Ding,
beses.
invited ka na sa kasal ni Kuya Dan.
Sana isang beses paunlakan tayo ni Ding, maging guest natin siya sa Tinig Pinoy Special Edition.
Oh, he
Para
would love
i-entertain
that.
niya.
Oh, he
Yeah,
would love
ma-entertain
that,
niya yung
for
ating mga
sure.
listeners. Especially yung mga classic na kantang katulad nun. So, with that, kahit na po gusto naming maglinger and still continue talking, mag-istoryahan tayo dito about healthy food and beautiful music, time at this point is telling us it's time to go. So, Ate Pazzie, you would like to address your listeners and your fans? Please, the microphone is yours.
Unang-una sa lahat, maraming salamat sa Tinig Pinoy for having me today and for allowing me to share my knowledge or knows about cooking in a healthy way. Maraming salamat sa mga nanood ngayon, mga katinig natin ngayon na nagsubaybay for an hour or so. Marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat. So hopefully meron pang next time ito.
Looking forward to the next
hopefully,
time. Actually.
we have next time. So, Kuya Dan, maraming salamat sa invitation ulit.
Yeah, it is our pleasure. Maraming salamat po, Ate Pazzie, for spending time with us, entertaining our katinig, and also providing them the information that could help them live better and healthier lives with the food that they will be putting into their respective bodies. At sa inyo pong lahat, sa ating mga admins, sa inyo pong mga lahat na nag-comment, maraming salamat po. You can still continue watching this. Panoorin po ninyo sa
if you have a
YouTube
question
channel.
and wants the recipe, any questions, just reach out to me. I'm available on Facebook. You can PM me at any time. I'd be happy to help out and give you some tips if you have a question or answer your questions.
Yeah. So if they want to reach you through Facebook, ano po ang call name ninyo doon, ang profile ninyo?
It's gonna be Pazzie, PAZZIELEP. I think I'm gonna PM that to you, Kuya Dan, so just in case you wanted to,
Okay. Yeah, you can always reach out to Tinig Pinoy.
Yes.
Kilala po ng Tinig Pinoy admins at ng inyong lingkod.
And
si
I
Ate
think
Pazzie.
even if they go on search key and Pazzie, it'll come out.
Okay. There you go.
You'll find
Sabi
me.
ni Aimee, si Kuya Ding daw, one of the best kajuet since
Yes,
I joined Smule. Mga Smulers. There you go. Informative daw and entertaining, sabi ni Ding. Salamat din po sa inyo. Thank you, Cynthia Galanto. And you made it, Miss Pazzie. Congrats daw. And thank you, sabi ni Aimee.
Woohoo!
Well, we all made it. And thanks God, she is willing to come back when time allows her. So with that, we'd like to say thank you po sa inyo lahat. Hanggang sa muli. Mahal po namin
Cheers,
kayo.
Kuya
Ingat
Dan.
po kayo. Cheers, Cindy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
bye.
much. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.